Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. As you can see over my screen, today we are going to discuss about Singleton class in Java. What is a Singleton? How is work? Why we need? Today we are going to discuss. So Singleton, we can see a Singleton class is a classes that can have only one object at a time. Means once we create the object, that object can be used for all other references. So here you can see after first time, if we are trying to create an object for the singleton classes, the new variable also point to the first instance created. Means singletons is allowing to create only one object, and any number of threads they want to access our object, they can use existing object. Means here no need to create a different objects. So the main purpose of singleton classes is we have to create only one object for the application. So now again we have a second point. So whatever modification we do to any variable inside the classes through any of the instance, it's affect a variable of the single instance created. Means whatever we are trying to do any modification, okay, it will be affect as a variable like a single instance create we have created as a single instance. It will not change anything. If we created only one object, that object reference object will be returned whenever a number of threads is getting called. So here you can see the main key points we have to remember while creating a singleton classes. We have to declare the variable as a private static, and we have to write a static method, and that return type object has a singleton classes. So we are going to write one small program for singleton classes, and after that we'll learn why we need double check. So we'll discuss also what is double check and why we need double check. So I'm going to write one simple program for singleton. So this is the console. So first we'll create one class. The class would be a singleton class singleton. So I'm going to create a one class, and inside a class I'm going to declare a variable. That variable should be a private static static object we have to create. So directly we assign singleton equal to null. So here we will create a object, a singleton object. So now here we have initialized the object as a null, and now we are going to write one public method, and the modif a public method, and that it should be a return type, and public static method we are going to return. So we are going to write a static method static as per the, you can see key points I told you, like a key points we have to remember. Write a static method that has a return object of a singleton classes. So we are going to write a static method take a singleton get singleton object. So if you see, now I have written one public method, and that public is having a static, and object type is a return type is a singleton return type. Why I have written? Because I have created one class, and that class is having a private variable they can access only that same class. They can access the private variable, private data member, but other class they cannot access. So here if I write new hello, sorry, new singleton, uh, if you see here, like if you see here, I have written singleton object, and object I have initialized with new object. Like I have created an object variable and I have initialized with new singleton. So if any class they want to access this object, they can create a new object. So that's why I have done private. private they cannot access. It's not accessible from outside the classes. So that's why I have created a object inside the variable, and that variable is I have defined as a private. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to call this method outside the classes, and that outside the method, why is it visible? Because it's a public. If I have written public, it will be a visible. So what I'll do, I'm going to return this object, whatever I have created. Return. First I'll check if singleton object equal to null, not equal to null. First equal to null, then I have to create a new object, otherwise I have to return existing object. So what I'll do here, I'm going to create one new object in if case. Else case, what I'll do, I'm going to return same object. If you see new singleton, uh, I have, and singleton object I have already created, so it will not go inside the block, and it will directly return from else conditions. So what will happen if some cases, if I'm writing like some cases if a singleton object is a null, then I'm going to create one new object. So what I'll do, same thing I'm going to write here. Now we'll see. So here just we'll do one thing, we'll singleton, we'll create a x variable, and directly we'll call the classes get singleton object. Now we'll run the program. So here one error is showing, we'll see what is error. Singleton error, not a statement. One second, I'm checking what is error. Get singleton object. Okay, why I'm getting error? Because if you see singleton object, not a statement. So this is not a statement. So this is expecting a return type, and I have just written as a statement. So it's going to give a error message. So I'm just returning return singleton object. Here also I'm going to return this thing. Same copy paste. One second. Sorry, I'm going to execute now. Now again I'm getting error. Why I'm getting error? Because this is private public static singleton is expecting I'm creating a singleton object. Okay, return. This is a so let me check. Okay, missing method body, that's why it's giving. Now we'll see. Now you can see what is a mascot version. We'll create a different object and we'll see what is the value. Singleton x y z x y z. Now we'll print out print value of x. So we are just trying to check here whatever we have created object, that object having the same references or not. So I'm going to say x set. So here you can see the object is created, whatever object is created is having same object like a x y z. We'll see the with hash code only, x dot hash code. So for all this thing we'll see what is the value of hash code. We'll come to know like that object is the same or not. So so guys, you can see whatever I have created object is returning same object for different like a variable. So here I'm calling, why is it returning, because this is the static and this is a return type as a public singleton, and data modifier is a public. So data modifier public means I'm able to access outside the classes. I'm able to access this get singleton object. And why is it returning, because here I'm checking if singleton object equal to null, then I'm going to create one more new object, but it's not null because I'm creating object here itself, and that is going else condition is returning the object. So every time it's going to return same value. Now this is single check I have added. If you see this one, I have added single check. Single check. Now there is a scenario. Oh guys, I'll tell you, there is a scenario like we have a multiple threads also. So here I have just trying to access the static method only, and I'm getting the one object every time. But there is some scenario like if we have a multiple threads and they are that threads they are trying to access our object, so what will happen, single check will not work there. So for that one, if we are using multiple threads, we have to do double check. What is double check we are going to discuss here. So here is, you can see why we need double check. As the name suggests, in double-check locking, code checks for existing instance of a singleton class twice. Like a first we are checking null, then we are if it's a object is null, then we are allowing to create a new object. But what is happening here? Here is telling if it's null, then put a lock, and then again check if it's null, then then user can create a new object. So here it is telling code checks for existing instance of a singleton classes twice with and without locking of a double, ensure that no more than one instance of a singleton gets created. So here you can see this double check ensure that locking is only used when instance is null. Like when we are applying a locking, we can apply a lock mechanism of a singleton classes when instance is null. So we are going to do double check. We'll make a change there itself. So here you can see I'm trying to do single check. If single instance object equal to null, then I'm going to create an object. Otherwise I'm returning the same object. So what will happen, this is single check. For double check, what I'll do, I can write a synchronize block, or I can write a synchronize method. So for this one I'll use synchronized. Synchronize, what I'll do, I'm just trying to synchronize these classes. What class? Same thing I'm going to write. So guys, what will happen here, what I'm trying to do, first I'm checking if my object is null. If it's null, this is a single check. Then I'm trying to put some locking mechanism here. So I'm trying to put lock on class level. I'm totally locking the class. If my object is a null, then I'm locking the class. Then again I'm checking my object is a null. Then I'm going to create one new object for that, and same object I'm going to return here. So this is a double check, if you'll see. So this is the most important question in interview. Like in interview, they used to ask what is a singleton classes, and if you will tell like this singleton classes, this we can create only one object, and that object will be used for all other references. But they mostly in interview they used to ask, what about a multiple trace? If I'll use multiple trace, only one object it will return, or what? So in that case we have to tell, for that one we have to use double check mechanism, because double check mechanism, it will ensure that locking is a, here you can see, it will ensure that locking is only used when instance is null. If my instance is null, then locking will be applied there. So double check, it is used for multiple trading, we can say. uh, so guys, this is the singleton classes. So thanks for watching this video, guys. See in next we'll see in next video with new topic. Thanks for watching this video.